Hey guys, this is Whistles here with an updated version of my zombie deck profile for the April format. I made a couple key little changes here and there with some ratios and added a couple new cards. And to my surprise, actually, I've been going undefeated at the locals I've been going to. And the main local I go to, a lot of competitive decks there, a lot of Yosenjus, some Necros, a lot of Klees, and a lot of Shadals as well, and a couple Burning Abyss sometimes, but a lot of people have been dropping that since it's kind of dead now. But going undefeated at with a bunch of these tier 1 decks with zombies is pretty nice. So let's get along with this deck profile. And first, we got the never-changing Triple Mizuki. This card is so key at 3, and you need this card at 3. Double play or uni zombie. I was reluctant at first to put it to 3, but I kind of had the same reasoning with a zombie master, with that really the ability to dump him and search him, and you only really need one in the entire deck. Is just so you might as well run 2, because 2 and 3 literally do the exact same thing, and it might as well just have room for other things, which is what I decided to do. And double zombie master, same as before. And now we got double goblin zombie. This card is so good. The ability to search out cards is absolutely amazing. And once you deplete your resources by making plays, you can really just add new ones and do more stuff if your opponent gets around them. And then we got double Tristan and the one Isolde, just for the same ratios as the last time. Double Summoner Monk, just to go into your Levelable chain plays and set up your graveyard really nicely. Double Mathematicians because of Foolish Burial, and also the draw power is really nice too. One Dark Arm Dragon because playing zombies is so easy to get them out, and you can devastate your opponent at times, or just really help you. That's it for the monsters. Now let's go to the spells. We're starting off with a triple MST, just to clear back row. Triple Upstart Goblin, just for draw power and consistency. And for the giant slew of one-offs, I think about 9 of them are just straight up one-offs. We got the one Foolish Burial for because we're playing zombies. One different dimension because recycling the Mizukis. One Allure of Darkness because we're running darks. One Book of Life again because we're running zombies. And running more than one is can be very, very cloggy. And just running one is perfect. One Dragon's Mirror because of Drago, Necro, Nether Soul Dragon. One Scapegoat because of this at the end phase, and then plus normal summoning Mizuki equals a free Beals or a Yazi. One Soul Charge because of extensive plays, and the downside of where you can attack the turn or enter your battle phase the turn doesn't matter because you cannot attack really when you go off with your plays anyway. And then one Raigeki because fuck the board. I'm sorry for my language, I mean screw the board. Now for our traps, we got a double Breakthrough Skill. Breakthrough Skill is just stopping monster effects. Always good. Double Karma Cut. This card is just, I prefer it over Whirlwind. Or what's the card? Phoenix, not Whirlwind, Phoenix Wingman Blast, that's right. I just prefer it over that. And now for a new card that I threw in is Skill Prisoner. This card is very underrated. A lot of these meta decks have monsters that target, like Comma 1 bounces your dudes back, which really sucks with Beals, and this just stops that, along with a Breakthrough Skill. And with Necros, all of their dudes target to rather negate your monster effect, or make it to 0, or like bounce back to your hand, or banish it, or whatever. All those target, so this just completely stops it, which is really nice. And then we got 2 Trap Stun, because screw back row. And it just really ensures that your plays go off, and also just to turn off your own vanities, which is also at 1. But really, if it was at multiple, I'd still only run 1, just because I rely so much on special summoning. That's it for the entire main deck. 40 card main deck, pretty standard. And move on to the extra deck. We got one Levelable Chain, the most key card in the extra deck. One 101, one Castell. Or, nah, sorry, one Exciton. I actually don't have Castell in this extra deck because I don't have one, sadly. One Gaga Cowboy, probably my favorite extra deck monster, or my favorite like vanilla, I guess, extra deck monster. 103. And because like cleaves are obviously a thing, and also Fire Fists are actually becoming more meta now, and those are getting back to the scene, which is kind of surprising, but it's pretty cool. Also, Yosenju's as well. One Kragerin, kind of like a skill prisoner as well, and one Zombie just your go-to for the Isolde and Tristan combo. And that's it for the Xyz monsters. For the Synchro monsters, we got one Goyo. You can actually take this out. I just like this and mathematician equals Goyo, or this and 3 tokens equal Goyo. So it's always nice to have them. Oh, my extra deck is not in order. That bugged me a lot. One Black Rose Dragon because your board's gone. One Yazi because he can't be targeted, which is always really nice. One Crimson Blader because why not? You can. I was actually thinking of swapping this out for what's his name? The one dude, the sidekick that like if you like target him, pay 1,000 and negate it or whatever. That guy. One Scrap Dragon, the most important of the 3 extra deck monsters. Most of the important are Scrap Dragon, Void Ogre Dragon, and Beals. Beals is amazing. Void Ogre Dragon can stop spelling traps, and Scrap Dragon's essential because you can target Beals and target your opponent's card and then destroy your Beals, but it doesn't get destroyed because of its effect, and your opponent loses a card. So it's a free pop, essentially. And then for the one last extra deck card, bow, we got a Drago Necro Nether Soul Dragon, the card that is very interesting. And that wraps it up for the entire deck profile. Like I said, I've been doing very, very well with this updated deck, and I encourage testing out one day a piece. That might be a thing, and it might actually be a very good thing. And I hope you guys understand well. Build this deck really nicely. It's actually a pretty expensive deck when you really think about it. Like, you know, a lot of things are just very expensive. Maybe it's just because I got the highest rarities of everything. But this is other than being actually very good and a very high contender with the meta, it's such a fun deck. I really recommend at least just like trying it on Dev Pro and stuff. It's just such a fun deck. The combos can be insane combos, going like Beals, Void Ogre Dragon, like Yazi in one turn, and your opponent's just like, oh. And then you like set back row too, and then your opponent's just like, oh. And it's just kind of funny. But thank you guys for watching, and I hope that I could build some more decks for you guys in the near future, and have a good one.